It was a pity that it became warm again, so the new winter feeling didn't last long.
No, 2 days. Everything melted from the trees.
And we got some snow falling down from the roof again, so I need to shovel it away again. This winter has been not so good.
Really bad.
They are promising cold.
For a couple of days.
We'll see.
And then plus degrees again. So I guess we're gonna have those icy roads again. Yay.
Hopefully there will be some more snow yet this winter. We're going to make sausage today, so we're going up to the village to borrow a kitchen with electricity.
It's gonna be nice when we have all the equipment and room to make it here.
Yeah.
So
I'm really looking forward to the new house and having a bigger kitchen and room to do all these projects at our place. Now it's in the winter time, it's
hard.
It's hard and it's cramped. It's could be possible, but that is one of the good things with our projects here, is that we don't have to hurry, because we are able to borrow a kitchen up in the village for these occasions. So that's really fortunate that we can do it in our own pace and not feel that we
have to hurry.
So everything gets done in a sane and sustainable way.
Many of you have asked about the halloumi cheese I made, and we made that also up in the village, because when we were making it, it was raining and it was cold, so it wasn't a nice weather to be out in our outdoor kitchen in. So we thought that this summer we are going to make a how-to video about the halloumi, so you will have to wait until summer and better weather for it.
We haven't been doing that much for a couple of days now. Been feeling a little bit low, I guess. And a little bit tired. But I really look forward to... I don't know if you can hear that. There are some snowmobile
On the lake.
on the lake. Snowmobile racers.
Yesterday they were like in hours going back and I don't know, over the lake. Yeah.
I really look forward to continue with the timbering. So I've got some questions about the notch that I want to talk about and show a little. But the most urgent project now is to build a little shelf beside the bed, so we can have
or an extension of the bed.
Yeah, like an extension of the bed.
So we have more room for the baby.
So right now I'm thinking about how that would best be done, and I'm gonna go fetch some virke.
Planks, boards.
So we can
build.
Have a space for the newborn to be, that is a part of the bed, but since we have so small bed, I think it will be nice to have a space to just beside. So the idea is that it will be really easy for Tuva to feed, because the shelf is going to be exactly just an extension.
Same as the bed. Yeah.
But then the problem is when you're gonna feed on the other side, he or she will have to be in between us.
Yeah,
and I guess that's no problem, but
we will figure it out. We want to thank some new patrons.
Jeremy, Jay, Jill, Roberto, Anton, Doris,
Maria, Ramona, Kasper, Jen, Neil, Catherine, Francois, Nadine,
Anne, Roy and Tanya, Lone Star, Wake Robin Farm, Asra. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go and make some sausage.
That was what we call a fresh sausage. So a sausage that is only ground up meat inside. So no heating process involved until when you fry it or cook it when you eat it. In Germany those are called Bratwurst. That's, I guess, the most known term for that kind of sausage. You could of course put those in a smoker or in the oven and cook them until ready, and then you could eat them raw, like most of the sausages in the store. So it was only made with meat from our sheep and lambs, some fat from the sheep. In the recipes they usually put some pig fat in the sausage, even though you are making a sheep sausage. But that is, I guess, because pig fat is more neutral in taste than sheep fat. But it works very well with the sheep fat as well. So the sausage contains meat from sheep and about 20 to 25% fat from sheep. That's a good ratio of meat versus fat in these sausages. And spices. No chemicals like nitrates or something like that. In Germany, for example, if you are making a sausage that you are supposed to fry in a pan, you're not allowed to have nitrates in it because the frying process potentially makes the nitrates cancerogenic. The sausage turned out really well and it was a really nice taste on it. It's more or less impossible to find these kinds of sausages in the store. That's unfortunate, but you have to make them yourself, or you have to know some smaller charcuteries that make these kinds of artisan foods. But as we said earlier, it would be really nice to come up with solutions that would make this possible for us to do at our place, instead of having to rely on the electricity up in the village. And really the only problem we have is the meat grinder. And it's you can of course get your meat grinded and then make the sausage, but it's really good to grind it in the process of the sausage making. In that way you eliminate the possibility of the meat going bad, because ground up meat is going bad faster than whole pieces. You saw that we had the hand cranked sausage stuffer, and I have also bought one of these meat grinders from a flea market. Unfortunately, I only got one of these whole plates. One, I think it's a 3mm, so it's okay. It would work, but it's sometimes nice to have bigger ones as well, so you can get some textured sausages. I just need to clean this up and sharpen the knife somehow. I've watched some YouTube videos on how to sharpen these, so I think it is possible. The only concern I have with this is that you want to grind the pieces of meat when they are semi-frozen to get the best emulsion in the sausage. So when you add salt and you grind it semi-frozen, and when you're mechanically stirring the dough, the emulsion succeeds better when the meat is really cold. And I don't know, is it possible to hand crank semi-frozen meat in this? That's going to be interesting to see if it's possible. And the semi-frozen thing is a problem for us since we don't have a freezer here, because we don't have any electricity. So I don't really know how we are going to solve this. You can make sausages without the frozenness of the meat. I will put the recipes that we use for the sausages in the description below. But now to the question, why am I sitting here on the floor? I got this. This is called a rotben in Swedish. It is the leg of a really big old spruce tree. So if you imagine, here is the ground and here comes the root parts of the tree. And before it gets into the stem of the tree, they have these kind of shapes. This is from a really old tree that has blown down some years ago in a storm. And I went there and collected this and hoped it would be still usable, not too rotten. And there is a little bit soft here, but it's still fairly good. So my plan is to use this here. This is where we plan to extend the bed for our new little person that is coming soon. And instead of having one leg going straight down here on this little extra shelf, I was thinking that I would use one of these so that we get the leg down here. Probably would have been possible to use some kind of shelf console. Is it named that? I don't know. But it felt like it would be a little bit too weak. So I wanted something sturdier so that you can sit on the end of the bed without having to worry it would break. And this piece is way too big now. I just took it bigger than I need, so I can shape it as I want. So it's going to be a little bit thinner, narrower. And also to avoid having a leg straight down here, so you can kick your toes in it. It saves some space doing it like this. We need to decide how long this bed is going to be, because we need to get access to our own bed, and also the dogs need to get access to their bed. And it's not going to be too wide either, because we don't want it to be too close to the stove, so we can move past here. We are going to move this away from here and build some kind of small shelf for us in connection to this bed. And we're going to use this as some kind of diaper changing table, or I don't know what that's in English. So now you know a little bit about that. Hopefully this will work.
We haven't been doing so much except from the sausage making and taking care of the animals the last week or so. Just taking it easy, and
we've been reading a lot and reading up about children and childbirths and all this kind of. So here we have Ina May Gaskin. I think there were some in the comments that recommended them.
Yeah.
So they seem to be really interesting about breastfeeding and Ina May's guide to childbirth. Really down to earth and interesting.
Then we had some Swedish books. Föd på dina villkor. Give birth on your conditions.
What did you think about it?
They have 2 books, but this was the better one. So I liked it.
A little bit not so good with the
every book has
studies.
Yeah, but they had good information, and it was fine. Also another Swedish book, To Give Birth, Att föda. I'm not sure what I think about that yet. The other ones have been better. Then we have had one book called The Mama Natural, Week by Week Guide to Pregnancy and Childbirth. And yeah, both good and bad. I don't know. A lot of good tips, and yeah, I don't know. You can choose what you like from it. So,
but it's a pretty good book if there is some topic about something.
Yeah.
You could find at least something written in this.
Yeah.
Almost at every topic.
So, if you want to go the, I don't know, natural way, it's not a good word for it. Natural, to give birth is natural, but I want to do it more, not the hospital way, maybe.
And also, I think one of the best books that everyone should read is the Nourishing Traditions book of baby and child care, about nutrition and food and traditional food and traditional cultures and what they ate in preparation for children and child pregnancy. And
With Sally Fallon Morell and the Weston A. Price
Foundation. Yeah. Really good. A lot better than the standard recommendations that is based on nothing that the government usually gives out. I guess in every country there is really weird recommendations given out based on very weak epidemiological studies. And
it's good you can choose what you want to believe in.
I would say.
It's up to you to choose what books you read, but it's good to read a lot of different kind of books so you can make your own informed choice.
Yeah, when it comes to all these decisions that is going to have to be made.
My brother's girlfriend's sister is here visiting from Ecuador, and she brought us a present.
You wanted to show you.
Cutest little sweater ever. So alpaca wool sweater. I guess it's gonna be some months before she can use it, but it's really,
this was really
nice.
No, you have 2 of these and the little person to come has 1. Very nice. Very, very nice. And also the colors, really earthy, nice colors.
So thank you, Christina, for the gift.
So I guess that's it for this episode.
Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the next one. Du börjar på den här. Men...
Ja, men jag hade den i väskan så jag orkade inte ta fram den.
Jag vet inte riktigt vart det är.
Ska vi lägga upp den? Måste ta hem den där. Barn och äta. Båda 2.
Ja, han Fernholms.
Men det är väl inte riktigt dags än kanske.